Hey, this is Russ. What are you guys making for Thanksgiving? Okay, the first thing you probably should notice if you're a die-hard Russ is Right fan, he's not wearing the black shirt. Okay, you have seen me in these blue shirts sometimes too. I do have a number of blue shirts as well as black shirts, but of course, a lot more black shirts than anything else. And typically, you will see me in a black shirt with black jeans. It's pretty much my uniform. But today, yeah, we're in the blue shirt. So, what are you guys making for Thanksgiving? Now, you might be asking me, are you going to make a turkey? Because you know that I have several smokers in the backyard. And yeah, I will be smoking up something, but it won't be a turkey. No, okay, I'll take that back. I am making a turkey, but it won't be for Thanksgiving. And I've done this several times in the past too, because I've smoked up things like pulled pork and other things, ribs, whatever. This year, I'm going to smoke up pulled pork for Thanksgiving as part of our contribution to Thanksgiving. But as far as a turkey, I usually will make a turkey, even though it won't be for Thanksgiving. The reason for this is because I just have to have a turkey. It's not Thanksgiving without a turkey. So even though it doesn't go on Thanksgiving Day, I will be still making a turkey. But here's how we're going to do it this year. Let me show you a turkey. This is from past years. This was smoked. Now, being Chinese, we like making a thing called Jook. Okay, Jook is rice congee. It's basically a little bit of rice with a whole bunch of water. Boil it up for a whole bunch of time, and it starts getting thick. Okay, so my wife does not like smoked turkey flavoring in the Jook. All right, so she says this year she wanted me to go ahead and smoke up whatever I want to do for a turkey, but take the bones out first. So in other words, she wants me to debone the turkey and then smoke that up. But the bones, she does not want smoke flavor. Because typically to make this is just like any other soup. You would throw turkey bones into the Jook. So it's turkey Jook. And since I was a little kid, I've always had turkey Jook after Thanksgiving. All right. So I said, okay, so I can't really smoke a whole turkey the way I typically would, like you see in this picture here. So it's okay. We're still getting the turkey. It's not going to be used for presentation for Thanksgiving Day anyway, so no big deal. So I asked her, I says, well, how are you going to make the bones? I mean, you can't just throw the bones into the rice while it's boiling up and stuff. She goes, well, technically you could. You could cook it that way, but I think what she's planning to do is just boil those bones first, then throw the bones inside the Jook as the Jook is being cooked. Okay. Now, what else do you put inside turkey Jook? Now, people put a lot of different things, but I like putting in what we call century eggs, sometimes known as 1,000-year-old eggs, sometimes known as Fear Factor eggs. Remember the old show Fear Factor? I remember they used to serve this to people and they would gag and they couldn't take it because it was gross. But yeah, I like eating them, and a lot of Chinese people do. Now, century eggs are essentially preserved duck eggs. Now, I'm going to show you a picture of it right here, okay? Now, if that doesn't gross you out, I don't know what will, because it's like mummified eggs. Yeah, it's kind of gross, and if you smell it, it smells like ammonia. It's hard to eat these eggs straight up by themselves. Okay, and I think this is why we put it in things like Jook, because it kind of takes the kick out of it. All right, but some people can't handle it. Like for instance, my wife, she'll only eat the egg whites, which is no longer white, but she won't eat the yolk. The yolk is kind of gross and disgusting for most people, but I kind of like them both. All right, and yeah, I'm like the ones that everyone else say that they can't eat it straight up. They have to eat it with something like Jook to kind of take the edge off of it. Now, I do have a friend who says he can eat it straight up. I can't do that. That's a little too much. All right, and that's how they served it on Fear Factor too. So no, it's not going to kill you, but it's gonna make it interesting. So I like having turkey Jook with century eggs in there. It doesn't take 100 years to make this, okay? But that's, it looks like it did. So if this is grossing you out, I'm sorry, but that's typically what we have. Okay, at least what I have. That's what I like. Okay. Yeah, there's things that I think I've eaten over the years that I think some people may not want to have. Yeah, it's just things that I grew up with. Okay, I mean, you know, a lot of Chinese people eat certain things that, you know, you might not want to eat. Just like in every culture, there's usually something that you might not want to eat. Like for instance, okay, if you go to dim sum is like pastries and dumplings and, you know, things like that. Okay, usually it's a festive thing. A lot of people gather around a table to share and have dim sum. Okay. One thing that people usually have is chicken feet. Okay, now people look at this and they go, that's gross. You know, I don't know why you eat that. But yeah, I eat chicken feet. I did a video once. I'll find it. I'll put a link up. I did a video once about weird things that would I eat it or would I not eat it. Okay, didn't get a lot of views. Some people didn't like it because we talk about foods that maybe you might want to eat or not want to try or whatever. And then you had to guess whether I would eat it or whether I would not eat it. So anyways, I'll put a link up there for you. Anyways, I just wanted to find out, what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? What are you bringing for Thanksgiving if you're, you know, going someplace? This year I'm doing pulled pork. But yeah, every year I do a turkey. Whether I share it with the others or whether it's just for myself or me and my wife, I will make a turkey. So I'm going to make that turkey this well, when am I making this thing? I'm making it on a Saturday. My daughter's coming over on Saturday. We'll have turkey together. So I don't know. No, she doesn't eat the century eggs either. She thinks it's kind of gross. So I mean, it's in there, but she'll just pick it out. So anyways, let me know in your comments below, what do you plan to do for Thanksgiving? Do you have a big family gathering? Especially this year, you know, I know last year was tough for everybody, but are you doing a family gathering, and how many people are you having? Is it a big festive thing, and what are you making? Okay, what do you typically have on Thanksgiving Day? Now, all right, let me say something else too. I remember once my daughter, when she was middle school, you know, the teachers are trying to teach kids about Thanksgiving. So they asked, you know, what do you have at Thanksgiving? So my daughter put down things like egg rolls, Chinese food. I think the teacher talked to my wife about that. I think she was expecting to hear turkey and all that stuff. No, Chinese food, egg rolls. Actually, she was right. That's what we usually will do. Okay, we do have the turkey and things like that. Usually, somebody will bring a turkey, but yeah, that wasn't in her mind. Her mind was the typical things she's used to seeing and things she would have eaten during Thanksgiving. So she was absolutely correct. You know, so there was nothing wrong with what she answered, but I think it took the teacher by surprise. Anyways, if you liked the video, go ahead and hit this like button, hit the subscribe button, hit all those things, and I'll talk to you guys next time.